Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and this video is about self-quarantine. I want to show you what I have right now in my kitchen and my pantry, and so you can follow along and do the same type of thing in your household as you prepare for if you have to self-quarantine. Start with a piece of paper and make a list of what you have and what you need to buy. You might have to self-quarantine for 2 weeks, so it's important you're organized on the front end. You don't want to run out of anything. Let's go take a look at what I have already on hand. This is my messy cabinet, and I already have a lot of things because I've been known as a food hoarder in my time. If I have to self-quarantine, you betcha when we come back to here, it's going to be much cleaner because I'll have lots of time to do this. Right now, I'm pretty busy with my YouTube channel. It's called Rebecca Brand Recipes, where I teach you all kinds of recipes and lots of helpful hints on how to run a household. Well, the coronavirus has hit hard and hit fast, and I'm very concerned for your family and for my family, and this is a way that I can help, I hope. You're really going to need about 14 days supply. Well, I actually have a heck of a lot of rice here, so I don't think I need to buy rice. Rice is going to go into the have list. I don't need to waste any storage room for rice. I don't have much oil. I need to get oil. I cook a lot of things by scratch, maybe some mixes, and I'm just taking a look. What do I really need here? And as I take a look, I see I have a few things of canned foods. I don't know. That's certainly not enough for me, but I also have a pantry in the garage we'll take a look at too. Here's my cheat with a heck of a lot of chicken bouillon. That might come in handy. And for sure, I'm going to make my famous matzo ball soup. I hope you check out that recipe. That would be best if we have the coronavirus in our household. I have some pastas, but they're kind of mishmash. I sure don't have enough here to last me for 14 days because pastas are a great thing to have because they're easy to make quick dinners with pasta. On the buy side, I'm going to add pasta. And this is the bread I have on hand. Well, that's not going to last for 14 days. I know with the coronavirus, I'm going to want to use a lot of one-time washcloths because every guest that comes over is going to get their own. And of course, you're going to need a ton of Kleenex. Kleenex. Okay, let's take a look in the fridge. This is dicey because refrigerated food only lasts so long. I'm going to need to go into a lot of jarred type of things. I don't have much mayonnaise. I go through a lot of mayonnaise, so I'm going to have to buy a lot of this. I have some tortillas, but I could use more. I don't think I'm really going to worry about a lot of salad dressings, but one of my biggest concerns is milk because I go through a lot of milk. Milk, question mark. That's going to be a challenge. And freezer space, of course, for 14 days is going to be at the highest demand. If you watch my channel, you'll know that one of my fast foods for me and my family is some noodles, peas and corn, and frozen shrimp. I love to have this on hand because I can make this in 5 minutes and it's fabulous. Check out my recipe. But in any case, you know, I need more stuff. If I were to fill my freezer with a bunch of frozen food like this, although it's convenient, it's going to take up the whole freezer and it's not going to last me 14 days. If I'm quarantined for 14 days, I'm going to have time to cook. So forget this. Waste of packaging. What I want to see in my freezer are things like frozen chickens, frozen proteins, not an old persimmon from the fall. What I live off of is lattes in the morning, but that takes fresh milk and a lot of coffee. So I know I'm going to need my addiction supplies. And on my channel, I must have 15 videos for my favorite coffee recipes. I'm the real deal when it comes to coffee and latte recipes. Let's also go check out what I have in my pantry. What a great snack to have for the kids in the household. I need more. Okay, now. And in talking about canned goods, it's great to have stuff with a lot of liquid in it. I love to make an upside down cake with these. It's really easy. You don't have to deal with frosting. Beans are a super great source of protein, and I have a whole lot of those. Oh, a tomato soup, isn't that great? And I also have a lot of dehydrated food, and that's great. And here's some dry goods, some almond flour. I might want to make cookies. Oh, I have some more pasta. And I have more rice. And I have a lot of beans. And I have more pasta. Apparently I have a lot of pasta. I can take this off my list. But what I don't have are a lot of vegetables in cans. And I can't get those fresh if I'm quarantined. Canned veggies, pasta. I've got plenty of olive oil and I've got plenty of red sauce, which is great because I use a lot of tomato sauce with my homemade spaghettis and things like that, which I'm gonna wanna cook if I'm stuck in the house for a couple of weeks. Oh, and apparently I do have oil. And Caro syrup. Maybe I wanna make some pecan pies. I'm really lucky because I have a second refrigerator. Not many families have this, so it's a tough thing. Maybe you wanna get one if you have a lot of kids in the household. I believe the coronavirus is gonna be really trouble for our country. I have some eggs, but not near enough. I used to have a ranch, and I know that eggs refrigerated can last months. Believe it or not. They never say that on the expiration date, but I do know that for a fact. So I'm getting a lot of eggs. And I see I'm just kind of getting low on just kind of stuff I like to have around, like barbecue sauce and pickles. You know, it's a good time to make inventory of what I have. Yogurts. I need a whole lot of yogurts because that's a quick, easy snack. Simple, no fuss. I'm getting more of those. It is time to clean out my fridge. Oh boy. Let's check the freezer. This freezer is really full because when chicken's on sale for 89 cents a pound, that's when I buy it and I freeze it. That was smart. I wish I bought more right now. This will save my freezer and I'll just use it for all kinds of recipes. And I'll buy any kind of chicken I can get a hold of for 89 cents a pound. And this is what I do with leftover tomato paste. So I have enough of that. And I always seem to have pie crust because I get in the mood to make pies a lot and I don't like making the crust. That makes me happy, but it's not a real practical sense of freezer space, nor is this big old gallon of ice cream, but we all like our ice cream. But this kind of thing is totally a waste of space, so that's going out. Who needs that? And of course you're gonna need lots of paper towels, lots of napkins, and a lot of toilet paper. It is 2 weeks you're talking about. And you also need to buy more than 14 days. Because what if you don't need to self-quarantine and all of a sudden a couple weeks goes by, you've been using these things, and then you have to self-quarantine. So forget it, you really need to buy about a month of this stuff, don't you? And let's talk water. I'm lucky because I have a filtration system. A lot of people have to buy their water. You gotta get a whole lot of water or fill stuff up. From your bathtub water, it's okay to drink. Maybe you'll get a brand new trash can or something like that to hold your water. Also get those tablets if you need to purify your water. The water companies in the towns will likely all keep going. But the way you want your water is the way you want your water. I'm lucky with my filtration system and I always have a few of the bottles around, or I fill up my filtration to all the empty bottles to refill them, which is really what I do at home. But don't forget, you're gonna need a lot of water, about 1 gallon per person in your household times 14 days. And remember all those other things you kind of just go through normal course of life, like baby diapers, feminine products, anything that's a convenience for you, you like to keep on hand. You don't want to run out because you may not be able to go to the grocery store or a supply center. In my area, hand sanitizers are sold out. So lots of bars of soap is what you're gonna need in your household. I'm also gonna wanna get some fruit that lasts a long time, like apples and oranges, and other things I can keep outside of the refrigerator that will be good for a long time. Because my refrigerator space, as you can tell, everybody's is very confined. I'm gonna get a lot of canned goods. I didn't see any tuna over there, so that's gonna go on my list. And things I like to eat kind of on a daily basis. Celery lasts a long time in our fridge. I might get a few things of celery. But stay with me, subscribe to my channel. I'm Rebecca Brand. I'm gonna next make a video on what I do buy at the store. And we're gonna see if there's a lot of lines going on there. I'm gonna try to blog every day about the coronavirus. My dad was a scientist for the state of California and helped roll out for the other bad disease we had in the 80s that was called AIDS. We had discussions every day about that. And he always said, if that was quarantined, it would not have taken over our world. So I hope they get this quarantine for our nation together. I'm sad, sad, sad about all those other nations. But I'm going to talk to you every day about this. So I hope we can have a discussion. Make sure you write your comments, your concerns, what you want to see a video on, and let's just have a discussion about it because it's right here, right now. And let's make the best of it. I'm Rebecca Brand. See you next time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and press the notification button so you can get the rest of my coronavirus series. They'll be coming out daily. Thanks.